Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Colton with BearScareBeauty. Back again. I'm going to do kind of a more simple video today. I'm a little under the weather. I think my voice sounds kind of just fucked right now. So I'm just going to do kind of a simple contouring video. I think everybody's done one of these, but it's a really good thing to learn how to contour, like for the camera with creams versus powders, things of that nature, how to more accentuate like features of your face that you're looking to while not doing what's like really commonly practiced now is more like drag contouring versus like regular contouring. Like everybody goes for that extreme like cut in cheek when people don't really look like that. So yeah, I'm just going to do kind of a more simple contouring video. I'm going to be doing a cream contour under foundation. And it looks really good on camera. It looks a little weird in person sometimes, but on camera it looks really good. So we're just going to jump into that because I don't really feel great right now. So I'm just going to grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills contouring kit. This is the cream contour kit. So I do really enjoy this kit. I think it is the best cream contour kit I've used thus far. Powder contour, really apples to oranges. Cream contour, you need a good one. Great thing about this, at least for me, I get these all the time at TJ Maxx. My TJ Maxx has this and the Moonchild highlight contour palette or highlight palettes by the dozen. So it's not expired, it was never opened or used, so maybe I just got lucky, but I bought them pretty consistent. I'm gonna start with contour. I'm just taking like a little paddle brush. If you're a fan of Scott Barnes, he always calls it a cat's paw. I'm actually going to dip into the deepest shade, Havana. It's a little warmer, a little bronzier. Since we're going to cover it up with foundation, you want something a little more impactful. I'm just really loading up the brush. And we're gonna start right in the hollow of the cheek, and I'm gonna start pretty far back. Now, I am going to use the bulk of this, and I'm just gonna like kind of scrub in right there. Now, I'm not so much trying to round out the face. When you're sculpting a female face, you want it more rounded, whereas a male face is a little more square. So I'm going to try to keep it a little more square. I'm going to take and just kind of follow the natural shape of the skull. Now that I've gotten the kind of more extreme contour down, I'm going to dip into light sculpt. It's the middle one. A little more cool toned, a little more ashy looking. Don't be afraid to get it in your hairline either. Come on. I look pretty crazy. I'm going to take a mixture of light sculpt in Havana, and I'm going to go right here. And I'm just going to square off my jaw. Now what I'm trying to avoid with this is deforming your face. I'm not scrunching my face. I'm not trying to deform my face. Now, I always like making my chin a little more pronounced, so I'm gonna take whatever's left on that brush and I'm gonna go around the chin. It's not something a lot of people like to do. I like to do it. I think it suits my face better, but you know, that's me. I'm gonna take this brush and I'm just going to kind of work that contour out a little bit. And now there's still product on this brush, which is fine. A little crazy looking, but it'll get better. I'm gonna take a little stippling brush. This is a densely packed one, and I'm going to start buffing it out just a little bit. I don't want to buff it out so much that it disappears. I just want to buff it out enough that it doesn't look crazy when you have the foundation on, because it really can. Like with all contouring, you generally want to work in upward motions. You want to avoid dragging the face down, like so, and you don't want to drag it in too far. If you drag it in too far, you've just sculpted yourself into a Disney villain. Basically gonna do the same thing for highlighting, just in opposite areas. I'm going to take the banana shade. It's this nice yellow shade on the end. I'm going to use this right under the eye. That's really just going to help brighten the under eye. Next, I'm going to be using, this is just neutral. It's the middle one. It's the slightly more peachy toned one. And I'm not going super heavy-handed on the highlight. Now I'm gonna hit the sides of my nose. I like to contour my nose so it's a little thicker, actually. This is fair contour. This is the lightest one in there for contouring. Now that I look certifiably insane, I'm gonna blend the nose out again using the stippling brush. Now we get to the fun part. I'm gonna grab my foundation real quick and we're gonna cover all this up and I will show you the difference. I'm going to be using, this is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. This is in soft beige. I'm gonna take a little bit on the back of my hand and I'm actually going to mix this with nude ivory. I'm a little in between colors right now. I think the stippling brush is definitely one of my favorite ways to apply a foundation like this. See, it's just very subtle visual correction on camera. It looks a little crazy at first, but you can absolutely see like the temples there, how they look a little more defined as I look at you straight on. And just how kind of flawless the skin looks right now. Now, as always, this is just something I like to do. I'm just going to take my flat top kabuki brush, kind of scrub in whatever's left on the back of my hand, which is really virtually nothing. And I'm just gonna tap over mainly the T-zone. I just really like to kind of work the product in this way. Cream contour kit does tend to crease a little bit under my eyes, but everything does. I'm just gonna take the Maybelline Fit Me powder in 0.5 on a big, fluffy domed brush. And I'm not really baking with this, I'm just using it to kind of set the areas that I know are going to crease and then just brush it off. Now, I mean, my skin looks absolutely flawless. I'm nice and gently contoured. You can just kind of see a little more definition on the nose, as well as a little more cut cheek. And that's it. It's just a really simple contour, especially on a male face. I am just going to throw on a little blush, a little highlight. We'll be back with the finished look. Alright guys, I am back. I messed with the camera settings a little bit in the light so you can kind of see a little more what the contour did. I just hit myself with some Becca highlighter, I believe this is Opal, and a little of the Milani Coral Cove blush. I really like that one. Can't really see it on camera. And then this is the ABH Lip Gloss in Sepia. This is on my teeth. This is definitely like one of my favorite glosses. If you've never smelled one, it smells like dessert, like vanilla cupcake, like just walking into a French bakery. It's like, it's a little bit of a thicker formula. We're not here to talk about that. This is my man face contoured. Yeah, I really like it. This is something that I would go out wearing. And I guess that's kind of something that I wanted to talk to on this video a little bit, was the kind of normalization of men wearing makeup a little more. My boyfriend actually showed me an article that was on NPR, and it was just one of the editors of NPR going and getting their makeup done at a Sephora. Look up the article if you want to see how that went. But it was interesting kind of talking about how men are kind of more becoming involved in the beauty space. not only with influencers, and they named a couple influencers who I'm not going to mention, but in like just the normal everyday realm or in the professional ether, whereas people like want to cover up a blemish or something before a meeting. And I think that's amazing. I think makeup should not be a gendered item. It is for everybody. I like to use it to make characters, or in case in point, accentuate parts of myself that aren't super strong. I like having high cut cheekbones. I like having a strong jawline and a broad nose, right? And then a strong forehead. I think that makes me look pretty, and it makes me feel good. And that's something that I'm really kind of more excited to see as being accepted into the lives of more men, or, you know, gender fluid, however you're choosing to identify individuals. I'm just excited to see where that goes and how that kind of moves us along as a society. Whereas I think that sounds a little weird. I might be putting a little too much weight on the beauty industry, but beauty and fashion have always had kind of a place to move societies, and the people that are the influencers of those, you know, areas in our society have also had the power to kind of move, transform, and change societies. So I'm excited to see where that goes, if it goes anywhere. Maybe we're just gonna have a bunch of men with fabulous eyeshadow. I don't know. I dig it. But yeah, once again, thank you guys for watching my contour video that kind of went off the rails. Once again, my name is Colton with BearScareBeauty. Subscribe down below, hit the bell. It'd mean a lot to me, and hopefully you stick around. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.